Tea and water are the basic lifeblood
Yeah.
of our species.
I also have a little standee of Moxie from Hell of a Boss.
Cute.
My son. And my
Tea and water are the
chapstick.
basic. Whoops. That was
The
me.
only things you need. What happened?
Oh, you're good. I accidentally played. I had the volume on on my phone where I try to keep track of chat poorly. So people will get a blast
Ooh.
of past us in short succession.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Let's see. We have this. Maybe this. I'm trying to get the window to focus on. Oh, there it goes. I had to click on the web page itself.
It doesn't like you.
It's true. It fights me every day. Today we are reading the last of the actually shorter Unda one shots. Oh man, I'm tired.
One fic. I mean,
One
yeah.
shines in the dark. And trigger warning for this first story: ill beats. It involves food insecurity, so take care of yourselves. And I think we're gonna hop into this and do announcements at the end because I feel like it.
Because Jay feels like it, and you're gonna put up with it.
You have no choice.
That was very like Rose vibes there.
Thank you. She's here. Oh boy, is she here. Your name is Dave Strider, and today is a Saturday. Now, Saturdays are cool and all. You get to indulge your natural tendencies to sleep until the clock rolls around into single digits again. Turn Tech Godhead joined the memo. The four amigos.
Sup?
Dave! The great Mr. Strider sees fit to finally grace us with his presence.
Yeah, Dave, where have you been, huh? You know me. Busy guy. Covered in bitches. Dropping ill beats. I got shit to do, you know?
Ah, yes. The theoretical bitches we hear so much about. It's a wonder that you can breathe under their accumulated volume.
It's my curse to bear, Rose. What kind of conversation did I even walk in on? I was talking about the new National Treasure movie. I had a great idea. We could all go see it and then talk about it afterwards. Like people who live near each other.
Basically like a book club, then, but without the books. I think those are generally called movie clubs or something? Point.
Well, I'm gonna bust in here and say no. A firm nuh-uh. We did this before, bro. It was great. Why did we ever stop doing it? All you got us to watch was Nick Cage films. And oh, here, what's that you say, IMDb?
I'm betting that it's a Nicolas Cage film.
A winner is you. But it looks so good. So can we talk about something else?
Like what, Dave? Do you have something on your mind? Something you would like to share with the group? Any deep-seated secrets or burdens to share? Dave, she's trying to get in your head again! Run!
Oh no, Dave! Yeah, no thanks. Let's talk about literally anything but Nick Cage or Rose brain fuckery. Anything.
I can think of a topic. Don't give me that. How about we all say what we had for lunch?
PB&J, food of champions. Oh no, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I don't know if Unda thought this out, but isn't John allergic to peanuts?
Oh, you're so right. Maybe has like
Uh,
almond butter and J, and he's just saying PB&J because it's like, recognized as the main food group.
okay. I didn't even notice that my first read through. Like, wait a minute.
I didn't notice till you
John,
said it out loud, and I've read this several times.
yeah, sorry about that. I saw that. I was like, wait a minute.
You're good. Good catch.
Something just not like here. All right, continue. I'm sorry about that.
You're so good. I'm gonna do a little cross through on that, just for funsies, for the people who watch the doc.
B and J.
Some kind of butter, some kind of jam. Actually, buttered toast with jam is delicious, so I'm on board again.
Butter jam with toast is good. Butter jam? What? Butter toast with jam.
Now I'm just
There's
picturing
such a
like
thing with
a solidified chunk of jam getting butter spread over it.
oh my god, it's just a jam ice cube.
Nice.
Okay, let's continue before this devolves into more weird.
Right. Okay. Well, it isn't lunchtime yet here, but I had toast and strawberry jam for breakfast with a banana. Yum. I made myself poached eggs and salmon for lunch. What about you, Dave? Dave?
Now this feels all suspenseful.
Not sure that the mystery of Dave's lunch is all that mysterious, but okay. Dave, it's a simple question. What have you eaten today? Turntech Godhead is an idle chum. Your hands are poised above the keyboard. Well, okay, they're not. They're folded over each other in contempt for nosy broads. You hear the sound of the fridge opening and closing with a rattle of swords. You keep perfectly still and quiet, like your bro's a fucking T-Rex and he won't know that you're there if you don't move. After a while with no more noise, you decide to listen to said nosy broad and actually go brave the perils of the kitchen for once. No sooner has the thought crossed your fine Strider brain than your stomach decides to get in on the action and growl like some kind of zoo animal. Your name is Dave Strider, and you are hungry. This is one of the things you don't like about Saturdays. During the week, you go to school and shovel all of the food you can into your mouth, enough to send you into a food coma for fourth period, which is usually English. Not like that matters, though. That subject isn't important, really. When is your life ever going to depend on deciphering stupid linguistic riddles, huh? Never. That's when. On the weekends, though, there's no school meals, which means having to make yourself something in the kitchen. The kitchen seems empty when you enter it, and no smuppets get pelted at your face, and you can't see Cal anywhere around either. That doesn't mean he's not there, though. You open cupboards trying to find some food. After much searching, you find some off-brand baked beans in a can. It's kinda dented and looks like it lost a fight with the floor at some point, but food is food. Other than that, you may as well be called Mother Hubbard on account of the emptiness of your cupboards. You need to shop soon. You look around for your bro's wallet. If he drunkenly left it here after a gig, then there ought to be a decent amount of scratch in it. Alas, there is no wallet to pilfer sweet dollar bills from, and so you return to your room. The chat in the room has wandered on to some other topic, so you tune it out for now. What is more irking, however, is that Rose has opened a private chat to you. You pop the top of the tin of your sweet loot and lick it clean, doing your best to avoid lacerating your tongue. You pillage a spoon out of the plastic bag under your makeshift desk. It's full of plastic cutlery that you stole from a fast food joint a month back. You're nearly out, so it'll be time to hit another one up soon. Using real cutlery means spending time in the kitchen washing, and aside from that being hella dull, it opens you to smuppet attacks. The last time you washed up, you looked away from the sink for half a second, and then, when you put your hand into the sudsy water, you pulled it out with a handful of dripping plush rump. You're noping right out of that ever happening again. But first things first. Spoon, can, beans, mouth, Rose. In that order, and no other. Tentacle therapist started pestering turned tech godhead. Dave, I can't help but notice that you were avoidant on the subject of food earlier. Can I inquire as to why, or to what it is that you have eaten today?
Jeez, Rose. I'm a man of mystery here. Gotta keep up the suspense somehow.
Dave,
Don't wear the name out.
I assure you that it will be fine. Your avoidance suggests that there is something wrong. Why don't you tell me what you've eaten today? It's a simple question.
Maybe I don't wanna.
And why would that be?
Remember that time I told you I was eating a hot dog and you got all Freudian on me? I remember that.
You were eating hot dogs out of a can. Also, I couldn't miss an opportunity like that. Sausages, really, it's too irresistible.
Didn't have you down as a sausage girl, Rose.
Shush you. If I promise not to psychoanalyze you, will you tell me what you have eaten today?
Sure, why not?
This is where you tell me.
No, this is where you promise first.
Damn your technicalities. Fine. I promise not to psychoanalyze you.
All right, hold on to your panties. Baked beans, was that worth the fuss?
Just baked beans? No toast, no eggs?
Nah, cold from the can, like a manly man, which I am.
Okay. What about breakfast? Or did you just get up?
Rose, why would I get up before noon when I don't have to?
Of course. How about dinner then? What do you have planned?
Who knows? Maybe some thick sausages, some meaty balls perhaps. I could have dessert even. Banana split with a heavy squirt of cream.
You're enjoying testing me, aren't you?
It's the little things, Rose.
You are awful. But really, what are you going to have for dinner?
God, Rose, why do you even care?
You glare at the screen. Why is she sticking her nose up in your business anyway? It's super secret business. Like a spy who's a triple agent trying to infiltrate the CIA. Can't let these important and juicy nuggets of information just slip through your hands like that. Your spoon clinks on the bottom of the suddenly empty can. Your stomach grumbles, unsatisfied. Fine, maybe you're just thirsty. You get up and find an AJ from the open multi-pack and chug it like a giant shot. It churns in your stomach, but settles down in what is presumably some kind of beany, saucy apple soup down there. Ugh. Back to Rose. Because I care about you. Oh.
Dunno. Nothing in the house unless I feel like SpaghettiOs. And TBH, that can looked like it had some shuriken in it at some point. It's all leaky.
So, what are you going to do?
Just ask my bro for some cold hard cash.
Let me know how it goes. Thank you for telling me, Dave.
Whatever gets you off, I guess. You're just trying to get that Strider body with the secret Strider diet. I'm on to you.
You caught me.
Whatevs. Gonna go work on some sick rhymes. Later.
Your rhymes are utterly sick. You're afraid it may be terminal. It burns a few crazy productive hours, but eventually your creative brain starts to wilt from hunger. Okay, you've been hungry the whole time, but now you've leveled up to really hungry. Time to man up and go talk to your bro. You make your way out of your room and down the hallway to your bro's room. You almost never go down this way, on account of disturbing the proliferation of Smuppets, Lil Cal, and your bro. You're just about to knock on his door when it gets yanked open before your fist can even connect to the wood. You, however, are the master of cool, and you don't even let your surprise show on your face. Not that you are at all not that you are all that surprised. Your bro is always pulling shit like this. What? Bro asks flatly.
Out of food. We're gonna need some cold hard cash.
You say, just as blankly. Cold hard cash, huh?
Yep.
Your bro seems to consider this for a moment before coming out of his door and shutting it behind him. You're not sure where this is going until he opens up his strife specibus and his fucking shiny katana appears in his hand. Got a strife for your supper, little bro. Make a man out of you. Bro says, cocking his head as close to a grin as he gets. You don't protest. You don't whine. It never gets you anywhere except getting your ass handed to you on a cheap paper plate. You've eaten enough ass in your lifetime to not want to... Wait. That didn't come out right. God, you're glad Rose didn't hear that. Unless she's in your head somehow, which she probably is. You go through 3 rounds, and for the first 2, you put up enough of a fight to avoid anything more than a few nicks and grazes from introducing your fine strider skin to the gravel of the flat roof. Come the 3rd round, though, you are tired and still really hungry. Dizziness sets in a little, and it makes you misstep a flash step or 2. This winds you up with a few deeper cuts and a trip down your old friends, the stairs. You fucking hate the stairs. Bro has vanished into the ether, and you lay there for a moment or 2, just letting all of the aches set in. You pop out your phone out of your Silodex and see a new message from Rose. Tentacle therapist started pestering Turn Tech Godhead. How did it go? Have you secured your funds?
In a word, no.
You peel your bruised ass off the staircase and make your way back inside the apartment and to the bathroom. You kick the door shut and lock it. You rest your phone on the edge of the sink and settle down on the edge of the bath. The pester chum window is open, and you can read her messages as you treat your new injuries with cheap, shitty soap and water. What happened? Dave? Your lack of response is quite worrying.
Jeez, hold those horses there. What are they even all doing? Why do you need so many horses, Rose?
You've not answered any of my questions.
'Cause my hands are busy. Gotta dry them off every time I go to type.
Fair enough. Why are your hands wet, though? Moreover, how is this related to your request for money from your brother?
Had to strife for my supper. His words.
I take it that you weren't successful, then?
I have mad skills, Rose. You don't even know. Okay, hold up a sec. Just gotta do something. Can't type.
That's fine. So, you have no money, and therefore no dinner. Am I correct in the assumption that your hands are or were wet due to cleaning up strife-related injuries? Turn Tech Godhead is an idle chum.
Okay, back. Lucky I'm so manly. Rubbing alcohol would make a lesser man cry. Not this seasoned veteran.
Truly, other men must weep at your machismo. Are you okay, though? No serious injuries, I hope?
Just the usual.
Tell me, Dave, how does one initiate a Strider strife? Is it foretold in the stars, through ancient runes, perhaps something more modern, such as a random number generator?
Hell if I know.
Well, how do they start?
I get told that it's strife time. Either a note or just flat out told. Then strifing. No big mystery.
Do you ever initiate these?
No. Maybe once or twice, but not really.
I see. Tell me how the whole strife goes, then. Not specifics for each one, just the general theme. What's the process?
Why the interest, Rose? You hoping to become a strider and get indoctrinated into the art of the strife?
Maybe I want to know for academic reasons. Or maybe I want to learn how to defend against my own drunken caretaker better. My empty suicide threats don't really get me anywhere anymore.
I thought you had cut that shit out, Rose.
I have, but answer the question.
Shit, Rose. There ain't no set menu to these things. But fine. Step 1, get challenged to a strife. Step 2, show up on the roof. Step 3, fail to defend yourself entirely. Step 4, get your ass beat. Step 5, drag sorry carcass to bathroom to reattach any missing limbs.
So you actually said it then?
Said what?
That it's a beating rather than training or strife practice or whatever it is you usually say.
I didn't say that.
TG, step 4, get your ass beat. Dave? Dave, are you there? Your silence again is worrisome.
Quit being a mother hen, Rose. I'm fine. I'm going to bed.
Dave, it's barely 8. Turn Tech Godhead is an idle chum. You haul your ass back into your room. It's a good thing that rubbing alcohol dries fast. The scrapes didn't need bandaging, but a few of the cuts needed little butterfly stitches. The rest are band-aid jobs. You drop yourself face first onto the bed and try to sleep. You steadfastly ignore the pinging of your phone until it actually rings. No one ever calls you on this thing. It's basically just a mobile pester chum vehicle and a tool for selfies. It's Rose's number.
Rose?
You say with a frown. Go outside right now, she says to you. No hello or how are you needed, apparently.
Why?
Just do it. Go open your front door, go outside it, and shut it after you, Rose asserts. You decide to do what she says, but only so that she will shut up and stop badgering you about it. Always picking. You stand out in your hallway like a tool. You decide to inform Rose as such.
Well, here I am, standing in the hallway of my building, like a tool.
You say flatly. Can you hear anyone coming? Rose asks quietly.
Rose, I know that you're way too far away to have got here this quickly, so don't...
You cut yourself off as the sound of footsteps and tired wheezing reach your ears. Rose stays silent on the other end, and after a moment or two, a seriously out-of-breath pizza guy appears. He glares at you, as if you'd made him walk all this way. He must be lost, though, because you didn't order a pizza, and you doubt that Bro did, or else he would have said something. If he was denying you pizza, then it only works if you know, but if he bought some for both of you, then he just yells about pizza, and you go eat it. It can't be for across the hall either, because that place has been empty for months.
Normally, I don't do deliveries to dumb names like this, but since you paid in advance...
The guy puffs. You're just about to open your mouth to tell him that you didn't order anything when Rose's voice pipes up in your ear. Take your pizza, Sigmund.
Thanks.
You say blankly. The guy hands you a pizza box that is easily bigger than your whole fucking torso, and hands you a bag with bottles of drink and some sides in it.
Whatever, Dr. Freud.
The pizza guy grumbles, and turns to go down the 9 million steps back to the ground floor. You look down at the pizza box and note that it does indeed say Dr. Freud as the recipient for the delivery, though the label is going black from the heat of the pizza. Dumb thermal receipts. I'd suggest getting back into your room as quickly as possible, Rose suggests into your ear. You ease the front door open, shut it as softly as possible, pinching your finger in the door jamb to do it. Safely secured inside your home, you take your sweet loot and abscond. You flash step to your room before pizza smell can waft into the main room and give you away. You open the box. That is indeed a gigantic pizza with warm smell and cheese and oh god, you're so hungry. You have time for one thing, though.
A sausage pizza? Really?
You sigh. I have to get my kicks somewhere, Dave. Are the toppings okay, though? No secret allergies that you've been keeping from me? She asks, sounding a touch worried.
Nope. But even if I did, I'd eat this fucker so fast and deal with the hospital later. Oh, God.
You moan, biting into a slice and feeling the hot cheese and pepperoni taste fill your mouth. One slice is demolished in about 5 seconds. You dig through the provided bag one-handed, whilst another slice is going through your mouth like it's a conveyor belt, half supported and half pushed by your free hand. Your phone is pressed so tight against your ear by your shoulder that you're pretty sure your delt is going to have an Apple logo imprinted on it. Rose isn't saying anything, but the two of you are just silent together. You with your quiet irony, and her with her knowing silences. Inside the white plastic bag is a giant bottle of soda, just straight lemonade, but goddamn if you aren't grateful for it. Your hand runs into something cold and round, and when you grab it and pull it free from the clinging white plastic, you try to laugh and choke on cheese instead. In your hand is a tub of Ben & Jerry's. On the side it reads, "Oh my, apple pie."
Apple.
You say simply. "I thought it might be fitting," Rose acknowledges.
I can't eat all this. Even I can't.
You start to say. "I hear that cold pizza is good. Now you have lunch tomorrow, perhaps even breakfast if you get up early enough," Rose says in a soft voice.
Cold pizza is good. Warm ice cream, not so much.
You conclude. "I agree. See you online, Dave," Rose says, and hangs up. You eat the ice cream so fast your brain hurts, and when you finish the tub before returning to a last slice of pizza. You talk to Rose, John, and Jade well into the night, and then when you go to bed, you feel like your belly is fit to burst still. Sweetest fucking calories ever. On Sunday morning, you wake up, actually in the morning. Well, 10 a.m., but still morning. You don't feel bad about it, though, and you make your way up to the roof of your own will and train. It's hot as all fuck outside, but your bro can challenge you to a strife at any time of day regardless of the weather, so it'd be a dumb move to only train when it's comfortable to do so. You train your parry, your jab, slice, and disarm moves. You train your body with pull-ups and push-ups, pizza and ice cream fueling pure strength. Windfalls like last night don't come around often, and so you need to make the most of them if you're ever going to keep up with bro and stop yourself from having more intimate encounters with the stairs. You're about done, tired enough from training to want to go in, shower, and nap. You sense movement and suddenly look up, body tensed and hand on your sword. Your bro is in front of you.
I'm done. All yours.
You say, gesturing to the expanse of space around you. Your bro says nothing and stares at you, blank behind his glasses. You return the same. "What's up, Doc?" Bro eventually says, and all of the blood drains from your face. He was in your room. He found the pizza box.
Oh, what? The pizza?
You shrug, cool as anything. "Where'd you get it from?" Bro questions.
Pizza guy.
You answer, shooting for casual and coming up dumb. Bro's glasses do that sinister anime glasses reflection shine, and how the hell does he even do that? Are there classes? Is he secretly anime? How? You need to respond.
He delivered to the wrong place. I wasn't going to say no to a pizza, especially as I didn't have any.
You start, but Bro cuts you off. "Cold hard cash?"
Yeah.
You respond. Neither of you says anything. You take a step back, then another, and after that you turn to face the roof exit to the stairwell, but your bro is already up there. He's sitting on the roof, his legs dangling down over the door. They're not holding it shut, but you've got no chance of getting through there with his legs here. "No abscond, little bro. Strife," Bro says, holding his arm up in the air as his katana pulls itself from his strife specibus and dumps it in his hand. "Turn tech godhead started pestering, tentacle therapist."
RPSE.
"Dave?"
giggle something for me.
Giggle something?
Might have a concussion.
Dave, I think you hit caps lock instead of an A there. Oh, Google. Right. Get to the bathroom and call me. Can you stand?
Why?
You stagger to the bathroom, bouncing off walls like a pimp ball machine. No, pinball. Oh, scratch that. Pimp ball was cooler. You're sticking with that. You get into the bathroom, shut the door.
Pinball. Sorry, continue.
You're good. It's a very Dave moment.
Mm-hmm.
You get into the bathroom, shut the door, clatter over into the middle, and decide against sitting on the rim of the tub, and instead elect for the floor. You squint one eye at your phone and hit Rose's name in your call history. She's at the top still.
Hey.
You say as she picks up. Dave, are you okay? What happened? Rose asks.
Symptoms, Rose. Symptoms.
You demand, pressing the heel of your palm into your temple. Fine. She responds tersely, and then she begins to read. Brief loss of consciousness after the injury.
Think so. Not sure.
You answer. Memory problems.
How would you even know that? If I forgot something, then how would I even know?
You respond. These questions are dumb. A valid point, I suppose. Confusion? Rose continues.
No.
Drowsiness or feeling sluggish.
Maybe everything feels like a lot of effort, I guess.
You shrug, and then wished you hadn't. I'll take that as a yes, Rose sighs, and you think that you can hear her taking notes in the background. Typical Rose. Dizziness? Rose asks.
Yes. Absolutely yes. Bouncing off the walls like a pimp ball on the way here.
You answer. You mean pinball? Because getting that wrong counts as confusion or possibly slurred speech, Rose says with a groan.
Nah, I meant what I said. I'm all pimped up in here.
You groan, not even bothering to keep the tiredness out of your voice. You let your head loll back so that you're looking at the damp, stained ceiling. Huh. Okay. A double vision or blurred vision? Rose asks.
Blurred. That's why I needed you to Google for me. It's clearing up now, though.
Well, that's something. Okay, you've absolutely got a concussion. I don't need to go through the rest. I'm just going to hit the list that determines if you need to go to a hospital or not. Rose tells you. You do not want to go to a hospital. You have far too many scrapes, cuts, and bruises on you. There will be questions. Besides, you don't even personally have money for groceries, let alone a medical visit. There's only so much that Rose can abuse her mother's credit card after all. Have you been throwing up a lot? Rose questions. Sing? Oop. One moment, folks. I need to check Discord real quick. Okay, we're having Discord problems. Let's see if we can fix this rapidly. Oh, I did the stream starting instead of break again. Oh, my habits. All right, we're just going to... Yes, Discord is fighting us today. Hello? Ah, dear. Okay, I am going to put us onto a longer break because we can't hear anything. So, technical difficulties will return as soon as we're able. I'll get the music up. Pardon me while I yell hello into the mic over and over again over the music. Hello? I may have cut out because I've been muting between hellos. Can you hear me now? Oh, we're gone again. Can you hear me at least, or is that still an issue? Oh God. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? I'm not seeing any green circle for you, so I'm assuming not. misc-unda, can you hear me?
But actually, let speaker.
Wonderful. Because our other option was I was trying to set up a Zoom meeting, but those only last for 40 minutes.
Oh, goodness. Okay, cool. Got this.
Way to troubleshoot, man.
Yeah, you just like cut out mid-sentence. I straight up wound up restarting my phone, and that seems to have worked.
Wow.
Oh, and the dog gets scritchies. So I don't think she minds that the stream did a little fucky-wucky.
Right.
No, you don't mind at all.
Dogs are good for people and cats. Or dogs. I couldn't.
Oh no, you're the dog. Yeah, this is a big friend. Oh, you're a big friend. Okay, I'm gonna go back upstairs so we can do the thing.
Sure. Do you want to take like a, I don't know, 5-10 minute break right now? I think.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe today we just focus on doing ill beats. I'm not sure how a technical difficulty pushes our time frame, you know?
Oh, that's a solid point. What time do we start at? Well, we started at 12.
Yeah.
Do we legit just want to do ill beats and then do one of like the shorter of the fix? Because I think some of them were only like 600 words.
Yeah, some of them were quite short. So finish ill beats now. Do a quick break that actually counts as a break, and then do the rest.
Yeah, sounds good.
Wonderful. Okay. Let me get the music off and the screen back up. Rose was helping with a concussion.
Let me pull the thing back up. I like closed everything on my phone trying to figure out what was doing the fucky wucky.
Yeah, totally understand.
But yeah, Rose was doing the concussion checklist.
I'll do Rose's question into this, and I'll highlight the two next lines we'll do for easier finding in the doc.
Just keep scrolling.
Yeah, we're on 35.
All right, I think I got down there.
Nice. Have you been throwing up a lot? Rose questions.
Oh, wait. You have to go back up to, well, that's something. Okay, you've absolutely got a concussion, because that's where you cut off for me.
Okay. Well, that's something. Okay, you've absolutely got a concussion. I don't know. I don't need to go through the rest. I'm just going to hit the list that determines if you need to go to a hospital or not. Rose tells you. You do not want to go to a hospital. You have far too many scrapes, cuts, and bruises on you. There will be questions. Besides, you don't even personally have money for groceries, let alone a medical visit. There's only so much that Rose can abuse her mother's credit card after all. Have you been throwing up a lot? Rose questions.
What? No, not at all. Not letting that fine pizza get away from me.
You answer with a laugh. Okay, I'm going to need you to get to a mirror, Dave. Can you do that? Rose asks, and you roll your eyes at her tone.
I'm concussed, not a kid. What am I looking at here aside from a fine piece of Strider?
You ask. Though it must be noted that you are not looking so fine right now. You have a few more cuts, and there's a nasty leaking cut in your hairline that has dyed your white blonde hair red and stuck it to your head. You look like a shitty emo kid. Dave, you're 12, Rose says in a soft and pained voice.
So are you, and it's my birthday next month, and so what?
And you're calling me up because you have a concussion, because... Rose actually shouts. You hold the phone away from your ear because, ow, headache here. Sorry. Your pupils, are they the same size or not? Are your eyes shaking either? Rose's voice returns, a little frosty, but otherwise normal. You slide your pointed shades up. They're just like Bro's, and right now you don't want to look at them. And oh hey, there they are in the bath now. How did they get there? Mysteries. You peer at your cherry candy-colored eyes.
No, same size, and they're still too.
You answer. Okay. Rose breathes out. Okay, she repeats. Tell me how you got this concussion in the first place, please, Rose asks. There's a long silence between the two of you.
I warned you about the stairs, bro.
You say, in a voice that sounds like it's in 4-point font. I told you, dog, Rose echoes back, in a slightly terrified voice. You start to patch the rest of yourself up, the silence between you not feeling uncomfortable, but rather natural. Why? You've never called me before. And though I'd like to think that this is pizza-based humility, I don't think that's the case. Has a strife ever ended this badly before? She says after a while.
No, but I was the one who landed on my head. If my reflexes were better, then...
You start blaming your own ineptitude. You've never been quite like this with Rose, and though you might blame it on the head injury, it feels better to share it with someone. So, why this time? Why did you strife? She persists.
It's nothing.
You answer. You don't want her to feel bad. You're avoiding the question.
I'm not.
You're doing it right now.
Rose.
Why wouldn't you want to tell? Oh, was it about the pizza? Rose asks in the tiniest voice.
I should have thrown the box out. Don't feel bad. It's my fault.
Shut up! Just don't start with that! Rose snarls through the phone at you, and it sounds dark. You are vaguely disturbed by this, and her supposed dark magical powers.
Calm your witchy tits, Lalonde. I'm gonna go scavenge the freezer for food. Or an ice pack. Out.
You say, and hang up the phone. You make your way into the kitchen and forage into the freezer. Your hand alights on a cold block of something that wasn't there before. Your heart leaps for frozen microwave meals, but you see as you pull it out that it's a block of ice. The pattern of it suggests that it was water frozen in a Tupperware box. Inside is a fistful of 20s. Cold, hard cash. Ha. You snap a picture. John in his prankster's gambit will find it funny, at least. You grab a saucepan and a colander, neither of which have been used in years, and dump the lump of frozen money into the colander. It'll melt sooner or later, and then you'll have food money for at least a month, maybe more if you're careful. Tentacle therapist started pestering, turn tech godhead. You're always welcome to stay with me, if you ever want. Think of it as a vacation that my mother will pay for without knowing. She doesn't even notice me around the house. You'll be fine. Hey, you could even wear my clothes, and she'd be blitzed enough to think you're me. It'll be great. Tentacle therapist is an idle chum. Tentacle therapist joined the board National Treasure. We're going to watch this. Rose, how was your day? Oh, you know, the usual. I'm making a new scarf.
You have so many scarves, Rose. Do you really need more?
You can never have too many. I played hide and seek with Beck around the island, and John has been investigating birthday presents for a certain person whose birthday is coming up.
You blabbermouth. My ears are burning, yo. You still have yet to spill on your day, Dave. Oh, you know, the usual.
Sleeping all morning and then your supposedly ill beats?
Yeah, those beats. Oh, John. Hmm?
TurnTech Godhead sent the file coldhardcash.png.
Ask my bro for some cold hard cash. Oh man, that is amazing.
I'm stunned that your dad hasn't pulled that one on you, John.
Your bro is a funny guy, Dave. Yeah, my sides are aching here.
I bet. Oh, sorry, I have to go. I think Mother Dearest has just smashed some bottles downstairs.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know where you are, Dave. Think about it.
Wow, Rose, way to be super vague and ominous.
Tentacle Therapist is an idle chum. So, are we doing this national treasure thing then?
We're making this happen. When Rose gets back, we should all stream it at the same time. So excited. Wait, phone.
TurnTech Godhead is an idle chum. Chapter 2. I know we're doing like one-shots, but I made an exception.
An exception for Dave.
Exception for Dave and this asshole. Companion
Uh-huh.
chapter to Dave's, the author note here, added after a flash of inspiration that left me rather sad.
Oh boy.
The hurt train just keeps happening. When the world actually ends, you feel the strangest sense of relief. You watch Dave from afar and see that all of your training has been worth it. Dave is safe, he's prepared, and you weren't a horribly abusive person for nothing. You don't have the powers that you dreamed of now, that you dreamed of now and then, so you know which reality this one is. This is the one where you die. The first thing that you do is get yourself a sick ride and go off to take down the big bad boss and try to break the game. You've seen the scratched up record in your dreams. If you can do that to it and kill the freaky black dog, then you might be able to save Dave. You might be able to make a new world and be exactly who you should have always been with Dave. You hate who you are and who you made him, but when this is all over, maybe you can both be different. You've seen your death 1,000 times, but you're a Strider, goddammit, and Striders do not go down without a fight. Just because you dreamed it doesn't mean it has to go down that way. Why would the other versions of you splinter themselves up to give you this knowledge if you couldn't avert it? You fight, and you fight so fucking hard. The first time you face the black insect-skinned creep with the tentacle arms, you find yourself pretty evenly matched. So you go for the long game instead of him. Win the war rather than fight the battle and all that. You're Sun fucking Zoo all up in this bitch. Sticking your sword into the fucking record didn't do shit, though, and so you end up absconding, like the Prince of Idiots. You find him again and fight him. You piss him off with Lil Cal, because it's not Dave who ruined your life. It's not even you, not really. It's this guy. Midway through the fight, he changes. He changes into the thing that you've seen in your dreams, the dog-faced killer, and suddenly he goes from mid-level boss fight to endgame curb stomp battle. You have never, in your life, got your ass handed to you this badly. You feel like there are two versions of you, the version you've always seen happening, and the you that it's actually happening to. Dave's not even there. But there's some strange bird like Dave that's been in your dreams too, and he's scared as shit at seeing the shit kicked out of you. He's doing everything he can to fight it and fight this guy, but it's clear as day to you. You gave up everything you had to prepare Dave for this world and to stop this from happening to both of you, and you have failed on every account. You let everyone down. It's all your fault. The bastard disarms you, and he holds up your sword above your body. You know what comes next. You shut your eyes and hope to the gods that you don't believe in, that Dave won't ever find your body, that he won't have to see this. It's bad enough hearing the orange bird Dave's screams, but they blot out at the rush of pain when the blade goes through your chest. It's exactly like you dreamed it would be. Agonizing pain as your chest heaves, trying to get in air that it can't reach and ripping itself on your own blade each time it moves. It feels like blood filling your lungs in a race between bleeding out and drowning you in your own blood. As everything goes black, you cling to two last hopes. That Dave will be okay and save the world like he was meant to, and that the other version of you will meet him, and maybe he and Dave get a do-over. Dying is a relief.
God damn it, Unda, making me feel bad for a bitch.
Andy agrees. Also, thank you, Equals MC Squared. Good, good to see you. Sorry about the confusion. I was asking if Satan could hear me, but I'm not a streamer. I couldn't figure out how to mute myself on the stream and still talk to them on Discord.
Yeah, the thing did a fucky wucky.
Yeah. Andy's like, bro, his POV. Oh no, he's a person with feelings. How could this have happened?
He's a person. Listen, you ever look at bro and you just want to grab him and shake him real hard?
Oh yeah. And there's characters who I would like shake like by the shoulders, you know, but bro's a character I would do that like feral meme with where I just like
So like Andrew Hussey shaking Doc Scratch, just like whole body.
Whole body experience.
Move this bitch like it's in a tide pool. Or like those weird pools that have like the waves. Listen, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
I also spaced out, partially because I'm wondering, Satan, how long of a break do you want? Because our technical difficulty was not like, you know, a relaxing refresher for either of us.
Yeah. I don't know. What are you driving with?
I could do as little as 5. My voice is still... last time I streamed, I was like, I'm at the start of a cold. I'm at the end of the throat cold now, and I can... It got worse. But I'm...
Oh, no.
I feel like I could still get through more works. Again, the one-shots are shorter, so... I don't know, maybe we can do all of them.
Okay. I can definitely read out the last few, or at least part of them, so you don't have to be the narrator the whole time.
I appreciate it, although if the weekend people complain about my voice, they all can eat die. So, do we want to do like... meet back at, what is it for you? 1:15?
Sounds good.
Hella. All right,
so
everyone.
All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back. See you soon.
Yee.
The music is off. You know
Goodbye,
what this
music.
means. There is no escape.
Return to the shenanigans.
Let's see, did I get myself on the right page yet? No. Good. Check. Current me. You're welcome. Also current me. Whatcha? There we are.
Huh.
And good news, we do have enough time to go through all of these together. Get the rest of them done. So
Is it 2 more or 3 more? I know they're short, but...
yeah, it's 4. 2 of them are eensy bitsy.
Oh, okay, got it. But yeah, I should be able to read the next one, or like this one that we're about to read as narrator, since you read the whole last one.
Appreciate it. Let me
Which
know if you need a tap in.
Will do. All right, ready to do a start?
Aye.
Karkat Vantas Wriggling Day. Your name is Karkat Vantas, and today is your 7th Wriggling Day. It has been primarily uneventful, but perhaps your standards for that have been slightly skewed, as on your 6th, your world was destroyed and most of your species killed. So, quieter is good, all things considered. You haven't seen Gamzee all day, which you consider a gift any day, but it's still early. You've settled down with a book you've not read in a while, and you're prepared for a calm day. A knock rings out on your door, and you groan theatrically into your book before opening the door. Terezi stands on the other side, grinning wildly.
I was going to give you this for your wriggling day. Me and Kanaya worked on it.
Terezi says, and tosses something at you. You flail to catch it and find a small, gray, custom scalemate with little nubby horns and your sign.
I wasn't expecting. This is really nice.
You say as you stare at it in surprise.
This is better. Follow me.
Terezi declares and grabs you, pulling you out of your room. She drags you down a hallway and then peels a grate off the wall.
Oh no, not happening.
You tell her, but she shoves you inside anyway, and she's following you right after, giving you no choice but to move on through the vent or else be bitten. You know she will bite you. This is Terezi. Either way, your friend guides you through a few long tunnels, pointing you left and right until your ears pick up Dave's voice. You pause and then carefully move towards it when Terezi pokes you.
Did you think he didn't have them?
Rose asks patiently. No, of course I knew he had birthdays, wriggling days or whatever, but he never told us when they were, and it's not like they happen every year. Troll sweeps are like every 2.17 years or some shit like that. Dave argues. For a hot second, I forgot I was being the narrator again.
It happens.
Way to go, me.
It goes around. You can't really couch it in that much uncertainty when you just gave me the conversion to 2 decimal places.
Rose points out. Terezi pokes you, and you both shimmy a little closer to the vent. Rose's gaze flicks up and locks with your own, and slyly, she smiles and returns her attention to Dave. The point is the last one was pretty shitty by all accounts, so maybe he doesn't want to celebrate it anymore. Maybe I'd be making it worse by bringing it up, Dave mutters.
If it helps, I have a gift for him, and I know Terezi and Kanaya worked together on one. I don't know about Vriska or Stephen King's personal nightmare made alien flesh.
Rose says patiently. Firstly, best Gamzee description to date. Please bump. Dave says, holding a fist out, which Rose obligingly connects hers to. Second, how could you get a gift ready for Karkat and not tell me his birthday was coming up? What kind of treacherous sister are you? Dave demands.
What kind of god of time are you?
Rose counters, and Dave flips her off. I can't just give him something half-assed. He'll think I'm mocking him or that I just don't care. Maybe I could just... No, that's stupid. Shit. Or I could write him a... No, I don't think he actually really likes my sick raps, and he'll think I'm making fun. Dave mutters to himself as he paces. Inside your chest, your blood pressure feels like it's being squeezed tight in the best kind of way. Okay, it's not that you didn't think that Dave cared, but you've always been at least a little uncertain of how much he cared. Whether he was just spending time with you because everyone else was doing their own thing, at least that's what you consider when you feel at your worst. But here he is, genuinely worried about upsetting you.
Your true feelings towards Karkat are pretty inscrutable.
Rose purrs. Kiss my ass, Rose. Dave shoots back. Feelings? For you? No, god damn it, Dave, go back to that topic. Ramble on something on command for a change. You want to know about his feelings, especially if they're feelings for you, because you have more feelings for him than you can possibly expect to keep control of. You're jolted out of your thoughts by a not as distant as you would like horn honk, and below you, Dave jumps to. God, I hate not knowing where Bozo the Nightmare Clown is all the time. I know it doomed the timeline, but I swear if Kanaya chainsawed him in half, I'd be cool with that. I hate thinking he's watching. Dave shudders. Right, Dave hates being watched because of how his life used to be on Earth. You back up. You shouldn't be here. Overhearing your crush talk about you might play out well in movies, but in real life, people get caught doing that, and he wouldn't trust you anymore. Besides, it feels a little like cheating, skipping ahead to the answers before you've earned them. You shimmy back down the vent and towards your hallway.
You're missing the good part.
Terezi insists.
It's fine. Thanks, though.
You tell her, clumsily clambering out of the vent by your room.
No investigative spirit.
Dave sighs and hops out of the... Did I say Dave?
Yeah.
Dave on the mind. Terezi sighs and hops out of the vent with a bounce.
Thanks for the scalemate and everything.
You tell her sincerely.
Well, happy wriggling day.
She replies and ruffles your hair before sauntering off. You return to your room, and an hour or so later, Rose shows up with a new knitted sweater for you. It's more or less the same as the one you have on now, but the wool is awfully soft, and it's actually a really nice gift. The knowing smile she has on her face is less nice, but that's Rose. Dave doesn't show up until hours after that. When you open your door to him, you smell burning.
What's burning?
You ask suspiciously. Nothing. Certainly nothing in the kitchen. I'm just so hot I'm smoking. Of course, Dave answers hastily, telling you that he absolutely had been in the kitchen, burning things. Was he trying to make you something? That's really sweet. He's so endearingly pitiable sometimes. So I thought, I know it's your alien chestburster birthday, of course, commemorating the day you just, gut punched through some space miner's thorax or whatever. So I try to think of what you might want, but, you can alchemize shit yourself, and you're a Philistine about my art, so I figured I could, We could watch something, anything you want at all, and I promised to totally shut up completely. No sass or running commentary at all. I will be the best moviegoer. It is me, Dave blurts out in a 1-minute panicked go.
The commentary can be entertaining sometimes.
You tell him, and he obviously perks up. You pull him into your room, and Dave willingly sits down on the edge of your sleeping pile. Usually, you watch movies on the sofa in the main room, but sometimes you retreat to your room where it's just you two. You said something playing without you said something playing without much caring what it is, though the opening music tells you enough. It's Titanic. You settle in next to Dave, and after a bit, look over at him. He's quiet, and you don't know if it's because he's bored or if because he promised to be. You should say something.
This is nice.
You tell him. Yeah? Dave asks, looking at you.
Nicer than the last wriggling day.
You agree. Your species basically went extinct on the last one. I'm surprised you're wanting to celebrate it at all. John probably is going to feel like they're cursed too. I know I couldn't. Dave starts to ramble.
Yeah, but I'm not on my own this time.
You cut over him and Dave falls silent. I can't get over having birthdays with people around either. I mean, parties, presents, cake? What the shit? Dave agrees quietly.
It's better.
You nod, and then, feeling brave, you lean against his side. Dave freezes for a split second, then cautiously slides his arm around you. The trolls on screen are falling flush for each other, and you two might not be right there yet, but you're starting to think that you might actually get there. I'm glad that you're here. Having another wriggling day, I mean, as opposed to most of your species, or mine, or the poor assholes that didn't make it this far. Holy shit, please stop me talking, Dave says, his comforting words running into insensitive in a way that apparently horrifies even him.
Thanks.
You interrupt, and feel him relax against your side. You're pretty glad about that, too. Aw, that was cute.
It is cute. Yeah. Unda, who's E equals MC squared, says, sometimes I write shorter things. Sometimes. Just to throw people off.
And then every other time it's like, here's your 1 million word fix. Start reading, kiddies.
Here's your 25K plus chapters.
Here's a chapter as long as a novella. Have fun. And we will. We do.
Every time we do.
I've literally had times where I'll be like, hold on, I'm gonna go in my room. I have like a new chapter to read. And like hours later, they're like, you're still reading the same chapter? It's like, this chapter is 30,000 words long. Yeah. All right. Am I reading the next one or are you?
I think I can read this one.
Oh, artichoke.
This is a minific titled The Ocean Says Fuck You. Summary. Drunken movie director discovers mermaids. They are rowdier than anticipated. Your name is Dave Strider, international movie maker, man of mystery, guy with a blog, and also guy currently drunk on the pier because you pissed your sister off enough that she had you walk back. Look, alcohol keeps you warm, right? That's why they have the dogs. You know, the one with the barrels. Yeah. You sway slightly as you look out at the ocean. You meet up with your sister here every year. It's a private island, like she thinks she's in Great Gatsby or something, but you like it, because no paparazzi get on here. You feel like you're waiting for something. You always do, but whatever it is eludes you. You drain the last of your beer and fling the can into the ocean. You turn on your heel to walk to Rose's place. You'll pass out in bed and wake up to sarcasm in the morning, and all will be forgiven. Except something hard smacks you in the back of your head, and you turn around to see the can on the pier. Your eyes track upwards to a man floating in the water. Asshole! Don't throw your shit in here! He screams at you. You open your mouth to argue back when your drunken brain suddenly wakes the fuck up and scopes this whole situation out again. There are absolutely fins on that guy's arms. His skin is shark gray, and his teeth are something right out of the Discovery Channel. Gills flutter on his neck.
You're not human.
You say, rapidly sobering. No shit! Now, how about you take that thing and cram it up your... The man yelps as another person bursts out of the water. She has oyster-colored pale horns and a fucking seashell bra of all things. Karkat! She scolds and drags him underwater. The last you see of them is two splashing gray tails. You pick the can up and stumble home, unable to convince yourself that you imagined that. The name Karkat floats in your head all night, and the next morning, you're gone before Rose is even awake. You march yourself down to the pier where the boats are kept, and you can even rent them if you like, which you do like. You would like to rent one right now. You stop in front of the rental man with urgency flooding your veins.
I need to rent this glass-bottom boat right now because of reasons.
You insist, and open your wallet, shoving as much money into his hands as you must to get him to stop protesting. You climb into the boat. You've no idea how to sail, but you have Google. More importantly, you're keeping an eye on the glass bottom. You're going to find that guy again.
The ocean says fuck you indeed.
Indeed.
Karkat, merman, says stop littering, you insolent fuck. Alright. I can read this one then.
Magical.
It's totally spite. Oh, we love spite in this house.
We do.
He's doing this to spite you. He has to be. That utter bastard. As if things around here weren't difficult enough for you with your party of 12 rapidly whittled down, he then shows up like some absurd, bombastic thing right in the middle. Like the fucking cannons in that one classical song that start off all quiet and then suddenly cannons. You weren't prepared for this. How could you have been? Those small computer screens, the grainy filter through time to his home, those fucking sunglasses. How could you have known? Then he shows up and you got one look at him and nearly swallowed your fucking tongue and choked on your own lungs. He's so pretty. He has no fucking right to look that way. Where your skin is tough, his is soft and delicate by even the standards of the most pampered sea troll. And it's not gray like yours. It's this rich brown like the very best earth in Kanaya's gardens. And shit, no, you compared him to dirt. That's not right. No, he's like rich, expensive wood in fantasy forests. Yeah, like some woodland elf. And it's not some flat color either. There's this gold glow to his skin tone. Rose's is different. There's a silver ash hue to her slightly lighter brown, just paired to her bleached silver hair. You're not struck by her in the same way that you are with Dave, but even you can appreciate that, damn, she's pretty. But Dave, oh, it's just not fair. He's been here, 4 days? You should have got used to this by now, but you're not. How are you supposed to come up with something that isn't a horrifically embarrassed speech rant to his insane drawl when all you can do is stare at his lips when he talks? They're so soft looking, and the top one's a different shade from the bottom, and you catch flashes of defenselessly blunt human teeth as he talks. They're kind of crooked like Celix's are, but damn it, you find it charming. There's a scar, a pale line just so, that runs over his upper lip and the skin above it. If you stare, which you do, you can see that it interrupts the natural line of his lips. However, he got it, the thing didn't heal right, and yet it's part of him. You want to kiss it. His whole deal seems to be targeted to ruin your think spudge, even deep, right there. He's fixing his listening devices for his human music thing with a teeny screwdriver, and he just jerked his head a little to get his hair out of his face, and you're lost all over again. His hair doesn't look like yours, not least because it's badly bleached. You can see from where the newer stuff grows in that it's not his natural color, but the texture is different to yours. It's not stiff like yours is, or it was, but you realize that he was putting something in it to make it that way, and it's not like it today. Rose's hair is different as well. Hers is the slippery silk texture that seems impossible, far smoother than your own, but Dave's is different from either of you. You want to touch it. Well, you want to touch all of him. Is his skin as soft as it looks? What about his lips? That scar? His hair? And what do his eyes look like under those goddamn shades? He's ruined you, and it has to be deliberate. Some cultivated defense against helpless trolls like you. Kanaya is as wrecked for Rose as you are for Dave, and Teresi is fascinated by Dave. It doesn't make you jealous that he entertains her in this. Not at all. Nope. Dave stows the screwdriver in his Silodex with clever fingers, and those have scars on them too. How did he get them? How many does he have? You can't even imagine being allowed close enough to find out. And the thought of not being able to makes your chest hurt. He's doing this on purpose. He has to be. He puts the things in his ears, plugs the other end into the music player, and taps some buttons. His head bobs ever so slightly, and he bites his lip for a moment as he fiddles with something. The sight of his lip caught by his teeth is just too much. Your treasonous mind informs you that perhaps you could bite his lip like that. You'd have to be careful. So gentle. Because he's so soft and nothing like a troll. You could kiss him. All your saliva dries up, and your face is probably burning at the thought. A slight smile graces Dave's stoic features, his lip quirking ever so slightly, and you're dead. Sweet horror terrors, you are a broken troll. It passes mercifully quickly. Yo, what? Dave draws, apparently talking to you.
You're the fucking worst, you know that?
You spit out in terrified reflex. Sure. Later, dumbass. Dave snorts and floats out of the chair to go socialize with his unfairly attractive sister. The pair of them, over there, being ethereally beautiful. What assholes. The nerve of them. Dave Strider is going to be the death of you. They're both so dumb.
They're both so dumb.
Can we just grab them like they're two Barbie dolls and just go, now kiss?
No kiss. I mean, after loads and loads of plot, eventually, sure.
Plot? What plot? I just want them to kiss now, dang it.
Eat your vegetables.
Yeah, all right. Can you read the next one? I'll read the last one.
Hell yeah. This one I think is our last one. I'll be narrator here. It's a lot of dialogue, so we should be good.
Okay. I just don't know how to count that. For some reason, I was like, yeah, there's two more.
Two more. Let's see. Unda has said more things. In which, yeah, of that last fic, it's totally spite. Another subtitle is, in which Dave entirely minds his business and has no clue as Karkat just stares.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right.
This one is log deleted.
Lovingly regard crustacean.
What? You've no idea what that means. The only crustacean-like thing you can think of is Karkat Vantas, who is one crappy customer. Anyway, he's not here, so you can't regard him. Although you were already thinking of him. Try to keep up, idiot. Your name is Solix Captor, and Karkat is... well, that's kind of the subject that your sponge is currently occupied with. You've known the short, shouty asshole since you were both embarrassingly young, barely out of your first molt each, and still both getting used to having fronds instead of your pathetic grub legs. Besides, the 2x2 symmetry of having 2 arms and 2 legs has always far appealed to you more than your pathetic little wiggler form. Duality is kind of a thing of yours. Anyway, you and Karkat have a long and storied history of antagonizing each other, which isn't to say that you're pitched for each other at all. Whilst he does berate you into improving yourself, and does conduct himself in a manner precisely designed to get right up your sniff node, he doesn't hate you, really, and you could never hate him more than he hates himself. Probably no one could ever hate Karkat more than he hates himself. Karkat really, really hates himself. Besides, he's spent far too much time barking at you to eat and take care of yourself, and not to go on week-long coding binges without sleeping to ever be your kismesis. He aggravates you too much for you to be fully flush for him. Not that the short idiot isn't good-looking in his own kind of condensed ball of rage way. It may or may not be true that you've imagined him a few times when your hands have wandered down to your bulges of their own accord. Even so, you spent too much time wanting to smack sense into his nubby-horned think pan, and that's simply not the job of a matesprit, so he doesn't fit well in that category either. In the same way that you don't hate him enough to be his kismesis, and you don't hate yourself enough to meddle in any clusterfuck quadrant disasters for an Ashen relationship, that can happen over your cold dead corpse. Any wiggler with enough space in their pan to count to 4 might notice that you've conveniently left out a quadrant there. If anyone were to point that out to you, however, you might be inclined to introduce them to a zap of your psionics until they got the point of dropping that particular thread of conversation. The question of pity between you and Karkat is one that you try not to think of, but it's hard not to, because at this very second, it's staring you in the face.
Examine log.
Throughout your long history, you and Karkat have logged quite a few words exchanged over Trollian and other chat clients before then. More perhaps on Karkat's side, what with his tendency to lean towards long verbose tirades about anything that has in some way affronted him, which is almost everything, including himself. Over their history, both of them have said things that they've come to regret, and occasionally they've mutually agreed to strike such incidents from each of their chat logs. Before anyone gets on their high moral hoofbeasts about the whole thing, you want to note that you did delete said chat logs, but, well, there'd been a glitch with one of your husktops, and you'd run a program on it to recover all the missing files that it could find in order to restore part of a program, only it pulled up lost chat logs as well. That's what you've been staring at for the past hour.
Everything in the whole world can't be your fault, you know.
You are clearly wrong. If you knew what you were talking about, you'd agree that I'm the worst troll to have ever existed. I'm worse than a cosmic joke. My existence resembles a joint effort between the horror terrors to create the worst possible troll in existence. I'm like that, only worse.
That doesn't even begin to make sense, KK. If you're just going to go off on some stupid rant about how much you hate yourself, I may as well go off and get a drink. Call me back when you're on a more sane topic.
Fuck you. I'm not ranting here, I'm being serious. Well, okay, I'm both. See, I can't even argue against you of all fucking people without tripping over my own bulge and fucking up. If that's not a sign that I was never meant to exist, then I don't know what is.
Ow, KK. Words can hurt, you know.
Don't even try to guilt me, fucker. I can't possibly feel worse than I do right now.
Shut your pointless squawk blister, okay? What have even got in your head to make you like this today?
Maybe I'm just having a moment of clarity. What's it matter, you bifurcated glowing freak?
Because if you tell me, then I have a chance of getting some other shit done today, instead of listening to you whine.
No one made you talk to me, Captor.
The wall of gray text assaulting my screen before I answered begs to differ.
Fine. I've been training with those sickles that I got for my wriggling day, okay? Training for months. And I can't do shit with them. I've lost so much fucking blood and cut myself so many times with them that there's no way I'm ever going to make it into the Threshocutioners. Happy now? I'm officially a failure. I may as well go to the nearest drone depot and hand myself in for culling. Even making them come out here to cull me would be too much of a waste of precious resources taken up from my worthless self.
Wow, that was the most pitiful fucking thing I've ever heard.
What?
Alright, shut it. Not even going to listen to that anymore. No one is awesome at that at the start. You're going to keep practicing because that's what you do. And you're going to get better. And I invite the Empress herself to come and suck my bulges if she tries to stop you being a Threshocutioner, if that's what you want. So quit your fucking bitching and just do it, you pitiful ass.
You think I'm pitiful?
Shit, don't even try to distract me, KK. Just fucking do it.
That's not an answer, fucker.
How about this? We don't speak of this again, and you go train some more, and I go smash my face into my keyboard, and we both delete the chat logs, okay? Scrolling up through this is mortifying.
You have a point. I mean, don't get ahead of yourself, Captor. Even a stopped clock is right twice a day or something like that. Fucking bullshit saying. Who even has those fucking useless analog time devices anymore anyways? See, that's how useless you are. You're both broken and obsolete. It's a perfect metaphor. So hold your hoofbeasts on the gleeful call of victory because you don't have it. But yeah, I'll delete my log if you delete yours.
Deal.
Hey, Solix.
What?
Are we still friends?
Yes, you fucking loser. Now go delete the log and practice your sickles.
Okay. Solix?
What now, KK?
Thanks, I guess. Every single chat log ends like that. Sometimes the log was pale tinted like that one, and sometimes they're full of angry innuendo that you remember half meaning at the time. Either way, all of them end with a vow to delete the log and never mention it again, and neither of you ever have.
Have a revelation.
He doesn't fit cleanly into any one of your quadrants, neither fully flush or fully pale. The fact that you've never been able to put any label on what you felt for him was one of the main reasons that you never said anything to him acknowledging any of that history. But looking over your chat logs, you can't help but think that perhaps the fact that he doesn't fit in either quadrant is perfect. Maybe you can have him in both, even if he would accuse you of trying to further your duality kink. Maybe one of these days you'll go back on your promise and mention those logs again.
Aww. It's also just making me think a little bit of Gahick.
Yay!
HIC. Oh, I love them so much.
I love them.
They're so dumb.
I love them, Your Honor. I said I would do announcements at the end. Part of that is because I was not cogent enough to write stellar announcements beforehand, so bear with me. We have finished Unda's one-shots. Yay!
Heck yeah.
The next work that Satan and I will read is 22 Seconds Later. 22 Seconds Later is an offshoot AU of Alternate Universe, another work by Unda. So genuinely, I really recommend that you check out Alternate Universe first. I'll fix the description here in a minute to have the link to AO3 and to have the link to Chrisrin's read-through of Alternate Universe, because he did a whole read-through. We're doing 22 seconds later because Chrisrin's internet is not kind to stream formats right now. So we're dipping into it. 22 seconds later is not a complete work. We'll do our best to keep up with it if it updates. But it's a fun one. We're excited.
Yes, I'm so stoked.
We love all the Unda stories, but we're pumped.
Just me dancing in the background.
Dancing in the background. Oh, and you'll have plenty of time to reread and re-listen to Alternate Universe because we are headed into the holidays, and oh God, help us.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so busy, and I think you are too, right, Jay?
I am. It's just it's a hodgepodge of wonderful things, but wow, do they just the timing.
Yeah, it doesn't stop happening.
It doesn't stop happening at all. So we will figure out when we're streaming later. Like you might not hear from us until mid-January. I don't know because I don't know how rough this is gonna get.
Yeah, fingies crossed.
So if you want to be the most up to date, you can join again the Goose Server, the Untitled Unda Server, where we'll be announcing things in the Gift of Gab channel as we make progress, and announcing streams in advance in the self-promo channel. So that's where to go to keep up with us. We will see you guys, in the future.
Yep.
Unda says, "Yo, dog, I heard you like AUs, so I put AUs in your AU." Andy says, "It's AUs all the way down."
Oh my God, yes.
And
meanwhile, I'm just sitting in the background like I have an idea to write an AU of the AU.
Yeah.
That Jay was helping me come up with. It's fine. It's just AUs the whole way down.
The whole way down. Endless AUs.
AUs as far as the eye can see.
Yeah. I bid you all a good existence. We will see you later. Take care of yourselves, etc.
Yeah. Adios.